Kyle Richards, the unbreakable queen of Beverly Hills, watching her 27-year fairytale marriage to Mauricio Dorit crumble into dust.
But the real nightmare?
The woman who was supposed to be her ride-or-die best friend, Dorit Kemsley, secretly sneaking around with Mauricio in five-star hotels, sharing late-night whispers, hidden business deals, and stolen passion while Kyle was still picking up the pieces of her shattered life.
And just when you think it can't get any worse,
Mauricio steps in front of flashing cameras at a packed press event and drops the ultimate bomb. Dorit and I are getting married on September 10th.
Yes, you heard that right.
Her husband, her best friend, a public declaration of love that has destroyed Kyle in ways no one saw coming.
Insider sources are saying the betrayal runs so deep it makes every past housewives fight look like child's play.
But here's the thing, this isn't just another divorce story. This is pure, calculated destruction.
And what I'm about to tell you next will make your blood run cold.
The real reason behind those secret meetings, the leaked business plots, and the brutal truth Kyle just discovered. You're not ready, listen closely. Because what you're about to hear isn't just another Beverly Hills breakup, it's the total annihilation of a myth that millions of fans worshipped for nearly 3 decades. Kyle Richards and Mauricio Dorit weren't just a couple. They were the glittering crown jewels of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the golden pair who survived every scandal, every camera flash, and every backstabbing reunion. For 27 years they paraded a picture-perfect empire built on mega mansions, private jets, and a real estate dynasty that seemed untouchable. Their love story was sold as unbreakable, until it wasn't. Enter Dorit Kemsley, the glamorous British bombshell who stormed into the group with her husband PK. What started as a simple cast friendship quickly morphed into something far more dangerous. Kyle and Dorit became inseparable soul sisters, sharing secrets that only true best friends dare to whisper. Double dates turned into family vacations in Aspen and Europe.
Their kids called each other cousins.
Mauricio and PK acted like brothers, swapping business advice while their wives dominated red carpets arm in arm. Insiders now reveal this perfect circle was always a ticking time bomb hiding jealousy, power plays, and forbidden attraction just beneath the surface. For years the four of them projected unbreakable loyalty while cameras rolled. But behind closed doors in those sprawling Encino and Bel Air estates, cracks were forming. Mauricio's globetrotting empire, the agency, kept him away for months. Kyle was left carrying the emotional weight of the show, her personal traumas, and a fading marriage. Eagle-eyed fans noticed the missing giant diamond ring, the cancelled joint appearances, and the icy tension that replaced their once famous playful banter. When the split finally detonated in July 2023, the entire Bravo universe shook. Kyle didn't rage on social media. Instead, she vanished into silent agony, retreating into wellness, sobriety, and protecting her daughters while her world burned. In her darkest hour, she turned to the one person she believed would never betray her, Dorit, the friend who had cried with her, fought for her, and promised to always have her back.
But that silence from Dorit? It wasn't support.
It was the calm before the most vicious storm Beverly Hills has ever witnessed. Insider sources now claim those quiet months were filled with secret phone calls, hidden hotel rendezvous, and whispered business schemes between Mauricio and Dorit that would rip Kyle's heart out forever. And what they were really planning behind her back will leave you absolutely speechless. Buckle up, because this is where the knives come out and the blood truly starts to spill. What Kyle Richards thought was rock bottom after her devastating July 2023 split from Mauricio was nothing compared to the hell that was about to rain down on her. While she was quietly crumbling, hiding in wellness retreats, subbing in empty mansions, and desperately trying to shield her daughters from the public circus, her so-called best friend Dorit Kemsley was doing the unthinkable. Insider sources close to the Beverly Hills circle are now leaking that Dorit and Mauricio didn't just stay in touch after the split. They were sneaking into discreet 5-star hotels across West Hollywood and Beverly Hills for months. We're talking private VIP entrances, late-night arrivals in separate cars, and marathon sessions behind closed suite doors that lasted until sunrise. One leaked report claims they were spotted at the Peninsula Hotel on 3 separate occasions, slipping out through shadowy service exits to avoid paparazzi. Eyewitnesses say the chemistry was electric, the kind of forbidden passion that only happens when two people think they've gotten away with murder.
But here's what's going to make your stomach turn.
Kyle, still raw and broken, genuinely believed Dorit was her safe place. She texted her at 2 a.m. pouring her heart out about the loneliness, the trust issues, and the fear of facing Beverly Hills alone. According to a source who saw screenshots of those messages, Dorit would reply with fake sympathy, "I'm here for you always, sis," while literally sitting across from Mauricio in a dimly lit hotel bar.
The ultimate backstab.
Imagine the panic that ripped through Kyle when the first whispers reached her.
At first she refused to believe it.
This was her ride or die. The woman she defended during every reunion fight, the friend whose children she treated like her own.
But the evidence kept piling up.
Leaked hotel receipts, blurry photos from valet workers, and one explosive text exchange that somehow made its way onto a private housewives group chat. In it, Dorit allegedly wrote to Mauricio, "She still thinks I'm on her side.
We just have to be careful until the dust settles." Mauricio's reply? "She'll get over it. We deserve this." The betrayal detonated like a bomb inside Kyle's soul.
Friends who saw her during that time say she collapsed in pure agony, screaming, shaking, and repeating "not her, not them" between sobs. The woman who once dominated every room with sharp wit and diamond glamour was reduced to a ghost.
She stopped answering calls.
Her legendary Encino home, once filled with laughter and double-date memories, fell deathly silent. The anger came later, white-hot rage mixed with crushing heartbreak that made her question every single memory of the last decade.
And Dorit?
She wasn't just comforting her secret lover. Her own marriage to PK was exploding at the exact same time, creating the perfect cover for their hidden romance. While Kyle was retreating from the world, Dorit and Mauricio were already whispering about their future, not just romantically, but strategically. Sources claim they were plotting business moves together, including cross-promoting the agency with Dorit's fashion brand and even discussing secret production deals to control future seasons of Real Housewives. This wasn't love.
This was a calculated power grab.
You're probably wondering how Kyle found out the full extent. According to multiple insiders, it all came crashing down during one brutal phone call. A mutual friend, sick of the lies, allegedly played Kyle a voicemail from Mauricio where he told Dorit he couldn't wait to finally be free of the old life.
Kyle's reaction was pure devastation mixed with volcanic fury.
She reportedly smashed a framed photo of the four of them on vacation and screamed that she had been played like a fool by the two people I loved most. But hold on, because here comes the first twist that makes this betrayal 1,000 times more sickening than anyone expected.
The real bombshell?
Those secret hotel meetings weren't just romantic escapes. Leaked documents and insider testimony now suggest Mauricio and Dorit had been planning their public reveal for over 14 months, long before Kyle even announced her separation. That means while Kyle was still fighting to save her marriage in private, her husband and best friend were already choosing wedding venues and drafting press statements. Even worse, the September 10th date they picked? It's the exact anniversary of the day Kyle introduced Dorit to Mauricio on the show. This wasn't a spontaneous love story. This was a coldly orchestrated execution of Kyle's entire world. And what I'm about to reveal in the next chapter will prove just how deep this twisted plot actually went. You're not going to believe who else knew and stayed silent. And just when you thought the knife couldn't twist any deeper, the Beverly Hills betrayal exploded into something so sinister it left even the most hardened insider speechless. Those secret hotel meetings Mauricio and Dorit were having?
They weren't just stolen nights of passion.
Leaked documents obtained by our sources reveal the pair had been orchestrating a full-scale takeover of Kyle's entire empire, siphoning off joint business assets from the agency, quietly transferring properties into Dorit's name, and plotting to freeze Kyle out of future housewives' contracts. This wasn't love. This was a calculated financial execution dressed up in romance. But here comes the second twist that completely flips the entire narrative on its head. According to explosive new insider reports, the affair didn't begin after the split. It had been burning for over 5 years, right under Kyle's nose. While Kyle was defending Dorit on national television, crying with her during fake friendships on camera, and letting her into the most intimate corners of her family life, Dorit was already sending Mauricio late-night texts saying, "I wish it was you waking up next to me instead." One leaked message chain that surfaced on a private industry thread reportedly read, "Kyle is so blind.
She thinks we're sisters. She'll never see us coming."
The timestamp? The exact week Kyle celebrated her 25th wedding anniversary with a lavish party that Dorit attended as her best friend. Can you even imagine the rage and heartbreak ripping through Kyle right now? The woman who stood by Dorit through lawsuits, fashion failures, and armed home invasions was being laughed at behind her back for half a decade. Within hours of the wedding announcement, the story detonated across the internet like a nuclear bomb. Twitter, now X, erupted with trending hashtags #DoritTheHomewrecker and #KyleDeservesBetter, racking up over 4.2 million mentions in a single night. Celebrity reactions poured in fast and vicious. Erika Jayne allegedly texted a mutual friend, "This is the most disgusting power move I've ever seen," while an unverified account claiming to be close to Lisa Rinna posted a thread that read, "The golden circle was rotten from the start. Kyle gave Dorit everything and got stabbed for it." Paparazzi swarmed outside Kyle's Encino mansion as helicopters circled above, desperate for one single tear-stained photo. But the real question everyone is screaming right now is this: if the affair was happening for 5 full years, who else in the tight-knit Beverly Hills circle knew and actively helped them hide it? The answer dropping next will shake the entire Real Housewives franchise to its core.
Stay right there.
The internet didn't just explode, it went thermonuclear. Within minutes of Mauricio's bombshell wedding announcement, #Kyle destroyed and #Dorit homewrecker shot to #1 worldwide, racking up 11 million mentions in under 6 hours. The betrayal of the century had fans foaming at the mouth, and the divide was brutal, ugly, and deeply personal. On one side, Team Kyle rose like an army of avenging angels. Devastated longtime viewers flooded social media with heartbreaking stories of how Kyle's 27-year marriage had given them hope. She defended Dorit for years while that snake was sleeping with her husband.
"I'm done with this franchise."
One viral tweet read, liked over 427,000 times. TikTok was flooded with stitched videos of old episodes showing Kyle and Dorit laughing together, now replayed in slow motion with sobbing sound effects and captions like "Never trust a smile in Beverly Hills." Boycotts against Mauricio's The Agency went viral, with angry fans posting screenshots of cancelled listings and 5-star reviews that simply read "Homewrecker."
But a vicious minority rose in defense of the new couple.
Team Dorit and Mauricio fought back hard, claiming love doesn't follow rules and Kyle was controlling anyway. Their toxic defense only poured gasoline on the fire. One leaked Reddit thread supposedly started by someone claiming to be a former agency employee alleged that Mauricio had been complaining about Kyle for years in private meetings. The comments section turned into a digital war zone, real friendships ended, families argued, and hashtags like #TeamHomewrecker began trending alongside death threats. The industry reaction was even more savage. Bravo executives were reportedly blindsided and furious. Multiple insiders whisper that producers held emergency meetings fearing the scandal could poison the entire Real Housewives brand. Sponsors began pulling away from the agency, terrified of being associated with such a public betrayal. One major luxury real estate partner allegedly told executives, "We don't do business with men who destroy their wives on camera for clout." Even inside the cast, lines were violently drawn. Erika Jayne supposedly sent a blistering text to the group chat saying, "This level of disloyalty makes every past fight look innocent." Meanwhile, a source close to Sutton Strack claimed she was heard screaming, "How do you look Kyle in the eyes after this?"
The knives were out, and no one was staying neutral.
But here's what's really chilling everyone to the bone. Multiple high-level insiders now say the worst is still hidden. Some claim there's a mysterious third person who knew about the 5-year affair from the very beginning and actively helped cover it up.
And the identity of that person?
It's about to shatter the entire Beverly Hills circle once and for all. The final bomb drops next, and trust me, you will not see it coming. But wait, just when you thought the knives couldn't sink any deeper into Kyle Richards' back, the ultimate gut punch has now been unleashed, and it's about to rewrite everything we thought we knew about this Beverly Hills bloodbath. Multiple high-level insiders have just dropped a nuclear bombshell that changes the entire game. The mysterious third person who knew about the 5-year affair from the very beginning and helped Mauricio and Dorit hide it?
It wasn't a cast member. It wasn't a mutual friend.
It was PK, Dorit's own soon-to-be ex-husband.
That's right.
Leaked voice messages and encrypted emails now suggest PK wasn't just aware, he was actively facilitating the secret hotel hookups, feeding Mauricio private details about Kyle's emotional breakdowns, and even signing off on their twisted business plot in exchange for a massive hidden payout from the agency's international expansion. This wasn't just a double betrayal anymore. This was a cold-blooded trio execution designed to completely erase Kyle from her own empire. Sources claim PK's motive was revenge. He allegedly blamed Kyle for planting seeds that accelerated his divorce from Dorit. The three of them reportedly toasted to their plan during one secret meeting at the Montage Hotel, laughing about how Kyle would never recover while she was still sending Dorit supportive texts. One insider described the leaked audio as pure evil, Mauricio's voice coldly saying, "She built this life for us. Now we take it." The emotional carnage is unimaginable. Kyle, who once called Dorit her sister and PK her brother, is said to be in absolute hysterics, screaming that her entire adult life was built on lies. Friends fear she's on the verge of a complete breakdown, with some claiming she's already hired a crisis manager and a shark attorney to potentially sue for fraud and emotional distress. But here's the part that will keep you up at night. This wedding announcement on September 10th?
It's not the finale.
Insiders whisper there's something even darker coming. A secret prenup, hidden offshore accounts, and one final piece of evidence that could prove the pregnancy rumors are true.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Dorit is allegedly carrying Mauricio's child.
Is Kyle about to become the ultimate villain in her own destruction story, or is she preparing a revenge arc so explosive it will burn the entire Real Housewives franchise to the ground?
The drama is far from over.
The next update will expose it all.
What do you think Kyle does next?
Drop your most savage theories below, because trust me, the Beverly Hills battlefield is about to get a lot bloodier. Now it's your turn to step into the fire.
What do you think Kyle does next?
Does she go full savage and destroy them both on the next reunion? Or is she quietly plotting a revenge arc so vicious it'll make every past Housewives moment look like a tea party? Was the 5U affair real? Or is there an even darker layer we haven't uncovered yet? And the biggest question burning everyone alive. If Dorit really is carrying Mauricio's secret baby, can Kyle's heart survive another public execution?
Drop your most brutal, unfiltered theories in the comments right now.
Tell me, are you Team Kyle and ready to burn it all down? Or do you secretly think Dorit and Mauricio deserve their twisted happy ending?
Be honest. Be savage. Your comment could be featured in our next video.
If this betrayal story shook you to your core, smash that like button so hard it breaks. We need to push this video to 1 million views so Bravo can't ignore what's happening. Subscribe and hit the bell icon right now so you never miss the next explosive update. We're dropping the full leaked audio files, the pregnancy-proof insiders are hiding, and Kyle's alleged plan to sue everyone involved.
This Beverly Hills war is nowhere near finished.
The knives are still out, the lies are still unraveling, and the next twist is going to be so devastating it might end the franchise forever.
Who else knew? How deep does this conspiracy actually go? And is Kyle about to rise like a phoenix or completely shatter on camera? Only one way to find out.
Turn on notifications, share this video with every Real Housewives fan you know, and get ready, because the most shocking chapter of Kyle Richards' destruction is coming sooner than you think.
I'll see you in the next video. The drama is only getting bloodier. Stay tuned.